This is Travel in 10.
And now, your host, David Brody.
Hello, this is David Brody, and welcome to another Travel in 10 audiocast. On this week's show, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be traveling to the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas to speak with one of the concierges there. Now, this is a new idea that I've got, and picking out some boutique hotels, luxury hotels around the world, either places that I'd like to stay, places I've already stayed, or places I'm going to stay, talking to one of the concierges there and getting some of their perspective on the best to see and do in town. I know in some of my travels around the world, I've found some great concierges, found they can always be some of the most helpful people you'll run into on a trip, and often have some great insider tips on things to see and things to do. So I thought they might provide an interesting new perspective for a few upcoming shows. So this first show is going to be a brief overview of Las Vegas. I'm actually heading there on a trip this weekend, and we'll have a video cast on Las Vegas coming up shortly. But this is a bit of a preview of some of what there is to see and do. So come along with me as we go to the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. Joined today by Brian Funai, a concierge with the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me today, Brian.
Oh, you're welcome, David. Thanks for having me.
The first thing I want to ask you is, the Bellagio seems to have really become one of the more popular places in town. What is it that makes the Bellagio really stand out from other resorts in Las Vegas?
Well, Bellagio has really set the standard in Las Vegas, and it has maintained it as well. There are so many things to see at Bellagio. First and foremost is our amazing fountain show in front of the hotel with the choreographed fountains. It's amazing. We have the O show at Bellagio, amazing restaurants, our ever-changing conservatory, and, of course, the amazing and friendly staff at Bellagio.
So it sounds like a lot of things that even if people aren't staying there, that they can come check out as well. What is the O show that you mentioned? Is that one of the Cirque du Soleil shows in town?
It is. It is a Cirque du Soleil production. It's called O, and the show is based in, on, and above water, and it's the only show of its kind in the world. Amazing.
For someone's first time in Las Vegas, are there 2 or 3 things that you would most highly recommend that they see or do on their first trip into town?
This is a very hard question because there are so many things that a first-timer should do when coming to Las Vegas. One of them being, we talked about earlier, any Cirque du Soleil show here in Las Vegas. They're all amazing and fantastic, and for every type of person that you're traveling with. I like the Secret Garden at the Mirage. That's where the animals from the Siegfried and Roy show are. And, of course, there's nature. You could take a day trip maybe out to Hoover Dam or even Red Rock Canyon. And
can you tell us a bit about Red Rock Canyon? What is there to see and do out there?
Red Rock Canyon is an ancient red rock formation. It's about an hour drive from Las Vegas. You can stay in your car if you'd like. There's a 13-mile scenic drive where you can drive through these jutting red rock formations. So beautiful. Or you can get out at various locations and take hikes, everything from beginner to advanced. It's incredible.
So, Brian, I know Vegas is really known for sort of the nightclub scene there and the restaurant scene as well. There's a lot of great places for foodies to go. What would you say are some of the best upcoming restaurants in town where you're sending your guests right now?
Boy, a tough question. Las Vegas is a foodie's dream. We have a lot of new restaurants here. I am sending my guests to Yellowtail that just opened at Bellagio. It's phenomenal. There is Brand at the Monte Carlo, Stack at the Mirage, incredible, Cat House at the Luxor, and Social House at TI is really good.
In terms of sort of trends you're seeing in terms of guests coming to Vegas, are you seeing a lot more families coming now, more international travelers? Any real trend in terms of the types of people you see coming through town right now?
I have seen a shift in the trend. Las Vegas has always been a pretty big draw for guests from Asia, but now it seems like we're getting a lot more international guests, probably more European guests are coming to visit Las Vegas for the amazing and diverse things we have to offer.
And what about in terms of some of the trendiest nightclubs right now? I mean, what are the places to go, and how can one of your guests get onto the guest list and pass the velvet rope in some of these places?
That is a concierge definite secret. Some of the best clubs in town I'm sending my guests to are the Bank. There's the just opened Audige at Treasure Island, Tao at the Venetian, and Pure at Caesars. The best thing to do in terms of getting into the club or being on the guest list is probably to arrange for bottle service in advance and to definitely arrive early at the nightclub and dress to impress.
You know, with casinos starting to sort of spring up all around North America and all around the world, why do you think Las Vegas continues to be such a draw for travelers?
I think Las Vegas continues to be a draw because there is something here for everyone. We have world-class dining, celebrity chefs, amazing nightlife, beautiful hotels, incredible spas. We have outstanding golf courses, great weather, and shows that you can only see here in Las Vegas.
Now, I have to ask, during your time as a concierge at the Bellagio, Vegas is known as being sort of a wild place. What is the strangest request you've ever had from a guest? Or at least the strangest you can tell us about.
Exactly. The strangest I can tell you about in my 10 years as a concierge happened fairly recently. We helped a guest to arrange a mock wedding to George Clooney at Madame Tussauds. And she also wanted a monkey to be the ring bearer in her mock wedding ceremony. And we made it happen.
Well, that's pretty good, I've got to say.
That was an unusual request.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you have, sort of one last great insider tip that you can give to people who, something they wouldn't have read about in the guidebooks, but you think could really make their stay in Vegas even more memorable?
I do, David. Definitely, guests, you should utilize your hotel concierge. We are there for you. A lot of people don't know who we are or what we do. We are here to help you. I recommend you book reservations in advance, but don't overdo it. Be a little bit spontaneous and just relax and have a good time in Las Vegas.
That's great.
There's always something new and exciting and fun to do here in town, so we encourage you to come and visit.
That's great. Okay, thanks very much, Brian. That's very helpful.
You're welcome.
You're listening to Travel in 10, www.travelin10.com.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's audio tour of Las Vegas. To finish the show off, we're going to do our Music for Airport Lounges feature. This is something I've featured on the last few audio casts where we find independent bands from around the world and feature them here on the podcast. Today, since I'm heading off to Las Vegas to enjoy the poolside cabanas at the Planet Hollywood Hotel and the Mandalay Bay over the next few days, thought I would find some appropriate music. So we've got a song called Pool Party by Kevin Christensen from his new album Portions of Space. You'll see this is sort of a ambient lounge type track. Influenced by bands like Crystal Method. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you'll come back and listen to another edition of Travel in 10.
Thanks for listening. Download more of our travel shows from around the world at www.travelin10.com.
This has been a presentation of Travel in 10.